The last Sears, the South Center last Sears in Washington is shutting down. Goodbye to Sears. Seattle Times talks about this. I can't imagine that it was even still going. Sears for a while was the place to shop.
Ugh.
What do you mean, ugh?
When I was a kid, Sears was better than the toy store. It was like everything all in one.
Well, the Sears catalog would come. You get that Sears catalog, and then I would get scissors, and I would cut out everything I wanted, and I had red and green construction paper, and I would get a hole puncher, and then I would put some yarn through it. I figured the better looking the wish list. Yeah. You know, I got the glue everywhere, and I remember one time cutting out all the things and then having it with me, and then my mom took us all to some mall to see Santa, and I remember delivering it to him. It must have weighed 7 pounds with the amount of glue and tape, and I'm like, and Santa, you might notice that as you move further back, and he's like, well, you really, this is, what's all right here. And I said, there's a BB gun. I want a BB gun. Don't mention that to my mom, but that'd be great. That's further in the back. I had them all the different stuff cut out. And he's like, well, that's gonna, well, I'll make sure to hand that to my elves. He hands it off to some elf there.
But you did that as a kid. I did the same thing as a kid, and that's at least a couple decades apart, right?
Oh, Sears Roebuck?
Yeah.
And then they had certain pages in there.
Yeah, as you get become a teenager, you start going to the back of the book. But what had that kind of longevity? I mean, that's probably from, I was in the 80s and early 90s when I was at Sears catalog.
I worked at Sears.
Yeah.
I worked at Sears, and they sold soft pretzels, and I got a job there. And then the other great story of Sears was this guy was selling lawnmowers. He was the #1 lawnmower salesperson, I think, in the state of Pennsylvania, or maybe even across the country. And my dad went to buy a lawnmower at Sears. My father was pretty high up at IBM. My dad had 800 employees under him. I knew that because every time I screw up, he goes, I got 800 people on it. You know what I'd do? If they did that, I'd fire them. I'm like, well, how are you going to fire me? Yeah. But she did fire me once when I worked for him. And this guy sees my dad standing there next to this lawnmower, lawn boy, whatever it was. And I think his name was Bob Solsky. That's the last name is correct. And he walked up to my father and he said, I see you're looking at the Lawn Boy 142. And my dad turns around, yeah, I am. With that, he pulls out a pad of paper. And if you're in sales, write all this down. This is great. He takes the pad of paper out of his pocket, and he has a pen, and he licks the end of the pen. I don't know why old guys still do that. And he said, so how big's your yard? My dad goes, I don't know. He goes, 300 by 100. And Bob said, okay, 300 by 100. Where's the sun come up? East, west, where's that? And he's drawing out a picture of the backyard. And my father goes, I think it's over here. And he hands the pen to my dad. And I goes, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, any hardscape? You got what do you got? Any patio or stones or anything like that there? Yeah, it's right here. And he hands the pen back to my father. You got kids there? Well, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. It's Jack. Yeah, Jack, you got kids? I got 3. And they have a play set or a swing set or something like that? Yeah, they do. Okay, well, where's that, Jack? So my dad draws that on the thing. And he goes, and Bob Solsky goes, yeah, looking at this right here, your yard and the lawnmower, I think that's the right one for you. Is that the Lawn Boy 172? My father leans down, yeah, 172. Yeah, that's the right one. Well, Jack, I'll tell you what, congratulations. You really know what you're looking at. Why don't we do this? What's your kid's name? Michael. My real name is Michael. Yeah. So he takes out $5, and he puts $5 in the piece of paper, and he writes on it, to Michael, good luck with your lawnmower cutting job. Here's $5. And folds it up and hands it to my father.
That was brilliant.
My father takes it, looks at the guy and goes, you want another job? And the guy, no, Jack, I really enjoyed it. No, it's not a trick question. You want another job? Well, Jack, I work at IBM. Be in my office on Monday. I'll give you a job. You work for IBM.
Did he take it?
Took it. Became the #1 salesman. Joined the $1 Million Club.
Wow.
And the reason being is because he never made one declarative statement about the lawnmower. All he did was ask 20 questions of the problem. The problem to be solved is I need a lawnmower to cut the grass. All he did was ask questions, hand the pen, draws out the thing on the piece of paper, puts the money in there, puts the name of the kid in there, hands it to the customer. Was the customer not going to buy the lawnmower? Brilliant.
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 Wow.
Yeah. There you go. On that fateful day in Sears.